If he had listened to the people around him, particularly his mother, Arthur Schopenhauer would have never become the great pessimistic philosopher people admire today. His mother criticized his pessimistic worldview, and once she wrote that he was irritating and unbearable and highly annoying. Ironically, his dark pessimistic ideas, which his mother loathed, later made him so admired. He created a philosophy that still speaks to people today by staying authentic. Whenever I read Schopenhauer's studies in pessimism, I chuckle because of his miserable but lucid outlook on existence. From his viewpoint, the German philosopher tells it how it is. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He rationally explains why the world is despicable and why we'd be better off not existing. Similar to Buddhist views, Schopenhauer thought life is suffering. Because of this irrational driving force, which he called the will to live, we're doomed to experience an insatiable striving that often embodies desires that aren't very rational. One of these strivings is trying to be highly esteemed in the eyes of others, which Schopenhauer saw as a peculiar weakness of human nature. He pointed out that this tendency to care so much about other people's opinions brings more unhappiness than happiness. Sure, people's approval brings a smile to one's face for a while, but it's paid for by peace of mind and independence. After all, impressing people takes work, and the more we care about it, the more dependent we are on their opinions. Moreover, argues Schopenhauer, this validation we're seeking is often baseless, as people are generally poor judges. I quote, "The only way of putting an end to this universal folly is to see clearly that it is a folly. And this may be done by recognizing the fact that most of the opinions in men's heads are apt to be false, perverse, erroneous, and absurd, and so in themselves unworthy of attention. Further, that other people's opinions can have very little real and positive influence upon us in most of the circumstances and affairs of life." End quote. Now let's move on to the next